Go.
It's gonna make editing real fun.
Yeah, who wants to edit this? All right. Are you doing the intro?
We didn't. There's no intro.
Yeah, it's just Q&A.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
It's like we just sat down. Hi, welcome to the first episode where we're talking very nonchalantly about virtual production. I'm here with Brittany Ortiz, Hunter Bartley, and Christina Smith, and we're excited to be offering just another piece of content for people to learn about virtual production and learn how we do it. So let's take it away, Britt.
I don't know about you guys, but when I talk about virtual production, sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to, things start firing. Maybe they've, looked at the behind the scenes of the Batman movie, or they've seen something briefly on TV about virtual production. And so it helps them kind of like, oh yeah, like I know what that is, or I've seen it before. But it's not until we bring them into our studio and actually show them like what we're capable of. That's when their creative starts firing. They're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I can shoot that courtroom scene here, And I think that's been really important to our education process, is bringing people into our space, inviting them in, encouraging them to stop by, and just to come talk to us about virtual production.
VP is not easier. I want to throw that out. It's not easier than a regular production.
Yeah, it's harder.
It is more difficult. We very much consider ourselves a pre-production company, right? We're doing all of our work ahead of the time. I'm lighting this way different than I normally would, and I'm shooting it a little bit different than I normally would. So for all of the dramatic portion, the scripted portion of this, it's all handheld. We usually rely on our robot for motion control, motion capture stuff, but I wanted to test my limits and see what I can do with the handheld stuff. So
the thing that I did differently for this project that I'm like really excited about was a lot of the lighting that I've done in Unreal has been like truly realistic, or kind of maybe like a really bright scene, and like really speak to the environment and what we were trying to do. So that's kind of one of the things I really changed up, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I like did a bunch of different temperatures and tried to get some warm lamps.
You pepper in some of these tungsten lights in there, and then it looks great.
I also like hadn't used decals that much at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to do a bunch of destroyed stuff, I mean, that's kind of the way to do it.
It's a cheap way of doing it.
Yeah. And so we have like probably like probably like 200 decals placed all around this set. And we're only seeing like half the side I did. I built the whole thing just in case you wanted to use it for a scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, how did you guys come up with the concept? Like, why are we even doing this?
Me and Britt have been talking about The Last of Us because it's like hot on HBO, and we love the set design. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The TV show is super popular right now. Video game, I played the video game, and I played both video games and absolutely loved it. So yeah, it was kind of just really exciting to be able to pick The Last of Us as our virtual backdrop. Yeah.
How does this show compare to the game?
Oh, some funny things I've noticed in the show is that everyone is very clean. Everyone's really clean in the show. Their wardrobe is clean, their hair, makeup, everyone looks pretty neat, In the game, especially the second game, you're seeing your characters just completely filthy, kind of how we are now. The game was a little more of the inspiration for our wardrobe today.
The first year that we opened was in the middle of COVID, right?
It was in the middle of COVID in Austin. Right? Where, I mean, this is a white psych town.
White psych green screen, yeah. We wanted to go a different avenue because Christina and I are different people. And so we're like, okay, let's build something new and let's figure it out. It's pretty much like what the first year was. It was that it took us 3 months to get the frustum even working because everything had to be coded. When you look back like 2 years ago, and I think we started on 4.2.5 in Unreal, they didn't have any documentation in terms of how to do this. Like, we came off of that Variety article that everyone else read about The Mandalorian, and then just picking like words out of that article and being like, what the heck is this thing? Like, what's a processor? I don't know what the hell that is. And then like, oh, okay, so that runs the wall. But what do we do from there? Like, how do we get that?
This
Yeah.
translation is not good.
No, we have to code everything. Shit. It's more like,
You mean you guys didn't have any help when you wrote this book?
Oh, we had, I mean, like, we had people like in our networks, and your brother helped a lot, and like, but it was a lot of just figuring it
experimenting.
out. Yeah. And Justin brought the idea to me, so he's always been like an early adopter of technology, one of the first Red owners, and like always been like really, really excited, and always loves how like technology and film work together. So we're in the middle of the woods with no cell phone service, sitting by the fire, drinking a beer in Colorado, and Justin's like, that studio we want to open? Let's make a virtual studio. I was like, what's that? And he's like, we'll use an LED instead of green screen. And like, I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. In my brain, it just clicked because I'm a designer, artist, like visual person. So I'm like, in my head, I replaced green screen with this, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then we went for it and scrounged up every penny we could find, and got our first little piece of 20 by 10 wall.
The humble beginning.
It was a lot of shopping though. Like, well, the biggest learning curve for me was like, okay, yeah, there's like a lot. There's a lot of different panels out there. We're lucky we ended up going for one of the better ones, and they happen to have a ton of panels that were available from the Tokyo Olympics that got canceled. So I was like, yes, let's do it. So that's how we got them.
So we started, we had about $200,000 to get us through the first 2 years of like opening, acquiring all the equipment that we needed, and like paying all of our bills, and it was hard, but we did it.
Yeah, we really built it from scratch. We did this. We did all of it because we find it, I don't know, Christina feels the same way, we find it very valuable to know everything about it. Thank you for joining us today on our virtual production talk. I, along with Brittany, Hunter, and Chris, look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
We can get out of here before we see any infected.
What's the deal?
I give you some supplies so you can eat, and you let me live. Simple trade, no tricks.
No tricks?
Promise.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
Situations like these aren't out of place anymore. They're so common. I feel like humanity itself is dying. Not just our bodies, but our hearts. What worries me is that I feel like this outbreak didn't just create monsters. Brought them out of us.